Ready, Janet?
Wow.
Okay.
So,
Hi, guys. This is Jeremy again with Geography Lessons. And today we're going to be talking about Peru. And today we have a special guest. This is Janet Holiday. Can you introduce yourself?
I'm here working in Elwyn for a long time, about 13 years, and I'm from Peru. For that, I invite myself with Jeremy to come to talk about a little bit of my country,
Peru. Her homeland, her country, her
Exactly.
birthplace, her other home. So, ladies and gentlemen, you may or may not have heard of Peru. And those of you who have heard of Peru, maybe you'll learn some old things. But to those of you who may not have heard of it, you're going to learn something new today about this country that was home to the former empires and to the home of some of the most exotic cuisines. So let's talk about that. So let's talk about, where is Peru located? So as you can probably see on this little map here, Peru is actually in South America. And where specifically in South America? It's to the west, and it is neighbored by Ecuador and Colombia to the north, Brazil to the east, Bolivia and Chile to the south, and it's got the Pacific Ocean to the west. Now, this country has a strategic importance geographically speaking, and this is because if you look, it is situated right next to the coast, and this is why some of the biggest exports come from Peru. And we're going to talk about a little bit of what Peru is known for, but first things first, let's talk about a little bit of brief history. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you would excuse us, please, for a little bit. We're experiencing some technical difficulties. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, we can talk about a little bit of what some of us experienced in Peru. So, Janet, if you would mind, just for a little bit. Yeah, so what do you know about the history of Peru?
I know about the history from the school. The school always teaching us how the origin of Peru. We have the pre-Inca, the Inca time, the time that when Spain and other countries came to conquest Peru and take stuff from Peru and do the change from the other cultures too. The mix of our race or skin,
right?
That's the story. And then finally we have our independence in July 28, 1962.
Oh wow.
I'm sorry, 1821.
Oh, 1860.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
1821 is our Independence Day. So since that time we are free of other countries. We has a president there, we have an elections there, and all this. That's the history that we have. We have a lot of changes in Peru, since that time.
Yeah, since now we're on the topic of you being from Peru, so have you been into any of these major places in Peru, like say, like Lima? You're from Lima, right?
I'm from Lima, Peru. That I born in the first port that is here in Lima, but is the port is Callao. Is the principal port where all the ships coming from other countries to deliver stuff for Peru, for Lima, or for distribute in Peru too.
Right.
Okay. So I visit some of my North Peru, some of the cities.
Right.
I visit some of also the Andes, and visit also the river here, the Amazon River, the jungle. Because Peru has coast, the Andes, mountains, and jungle too.
Right.
So it's a diversity of geography and climate there.
Kind of like our country in the United States of America.
Exactly.
So this is really interesting, people. And kind of the funny thing too is that I didn't even know about this from Janet up until recently. And we have a huge diversity of people here at Elwyn. And trust me when I say this, like I said before in the Mexico episode, I respect everybody's culture. I want to learn more about them. And so when you're talking about diversity here in Elwyn, California, you're talking about people who speak different languages, people who have different national identities. Maybe they're from another country and they came here to the U.S. for their own reasons. And this is why when we talk about diversity, it's about more or less learning and understanding each other and we gain respect. So we're going to talk more about that with Janet, with her experiences in Peru, and as well as what is Peru known for and what makes someone Peruvian. So let's talk about a little bit of brief history. So before the Peru that we see today, there was the Incan Empire. So the Incan Empire was basically this indigenous group of people who lived in Peru, but they also expanded further south into what we now Bolivia and Chile. But point being is that they were once a powerful empire, and they were advanced enough that they built a whole fortress in the Andes Mountains. This is Machu Picchu. This is one of the biggest sites in Peru. And if you go to Peru today, chances are you'll most likely hear about this first instead of the other places like the Andes Mountains.
Exactly.
Now, Janet, have you been to Machu Picchu?
Tell you the truth?
Yes.
Not yet.
That would have been a great story.
Yeah, but that's is one of my lists that I has priorities to do that when I go
get
back
that
to
list.
Peru. Yes, when the situation is going better.
Yeah, when
I'm
travel's
ready
safer.
because I'm doing my walking, my hiking, so I'm going to be ready to do that.
Oh, look out,
What
people.
happened? You know why?
Why?
What happened with Machu Picchu? That is the highest. It's 7,000 feet above sea level in the Andes Mountains. Machu Picchu
Really?
is the most visited tourist destination in Peru. That is a symbol of the Inca Empire.
Yep.
Okay, and there's about 1450 before, Christ.
Mhm.
Machu Picchu was designated an UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1983.
Wow. And just for context, people, when people say this is a UNESCO heritage site, it means it's a protected site by the United Nations Council for Studies and Cultural Preservation. So people, be respectful if you ever have the chance to visit this place, please.
And also, it's the seventh wonder of the world that's designated in 2007.
Wow.
In Quechua, Quechua is another language that Peru have.
Mhm.
With most of the people speak Spanish, but in the Andes, in the mountains, also they speak Quechua.
Mhm.
It's an Indian language.
Yep.
Machu Picchu means all peak or all mountain.
Yeah.
Machu Picchu is made up of more than 150 buildings. You see that construction there?
All these buildings right here.
150 buildings ranging from baths and houses to temples, sanctuaries. The compound contains more than 100 separate flights of stairs. So it's high up, all the way up.
Yep.
And I can say stones, rocks that they use is 55 tons.
Wow.
The weight.
Wow.
And they said that the people by themselves go from down to put the stones one over the other one. And the stones are fit so well. You see that? The structure there is so well. And the technique is called ashlar, which involves stones being perfectly shaped so that a mortar is not needed. The stones are fit so well that not even the blade or knife will fit inside.
Yeah. See those little gaps,
that's
people?
Even earthquakes don't move those structure.
Yeah.
Yes.
And just to give you an idea how impressive this is, people, this was before the Roman Empire, the same empire that is renowned for its own engineering feats. So, yeah, kudos to the Incans.
Yeah, the Yale professor Hiram Bingham in 1911 wrote a book about the lost city of the Incas. That's Machu Picchu.
Yep. And so with that in mind, people, it wasn't until the 1500s when people on both sides, the natives and the Spanish, that's when they came into contact, and that's when the Spanish began to settle, and that's how Peru went through this transition period into becoming from a territory to its own independent country in today's world. So you're probably also wondering, where does the name Peru come from? Well, it comes from a man named Biru who used to live in and around Panama City, and he lived right around the 16th century, in other words, 1500s. So with that in mind, let's talk about what Peru is known for. So Janet, what is Peru known for?
You see, guys, Machu Picchu.
That's one.
Is the first one. And I recommend it. It's highly recommended to everyone to go visit Machu Picchu. I'm in the list number one. So you guys go. Really, I really invite. The second one is the Nazca Lines that is in the coast. That's like those lines you cannot see when you walk around.
Now, how do you see it?
You have to take an airplane is going there, and from the air, very high, you can see those pictures there.
Now, people, you have to fly an airplane just to see the lines.
Exactly.
How impressive is that?
The Nazca Lines are a collection of young geoglyphs, geoglyphs, you call the signs of motif etched into the ground. So the ground, I don't know how they make those young lines, but the shapes, perfectly there. Like I said, if you're walking in the ground, you didn't identify nothing. But if you fly over, you can say, oh, I seen the spider. I seen a man. I seen a honey.
Or a monkey.
A monkey and a spider. So those are also UNESCO, like I said before, was recognized in 1994.
Remember that, people, UNESCO.
Yeah. There are three basic types of Nazca lines. Straights, lines, geometry, designs, and pictorial representation.
Yeah. So, Janet, do we know why the Nazca lines were drawn in the first place?
That is mystery, they said. It's mystery. But you know what they said? The people that live there, they did those. One I said is they make their own calendar. They say that the lines is just make their own calendar about the rain, and so that's they design those pictures in the ground.
If you look here, people, each one of these symbols correspond to a month. So you got January, February, March, and it goes all the way back around to December.
Do you see the monkey thing on there?
Yeah, you see the spider,
The spider, the monkey.
Yes, and it's here in the shirt. I has also the monkey design, the spiders, the honey.
Take out if you're telling us something.
Yes.
Yes.
Secret code.
Guys, I really would like you invite personnel to go to Peru. You will enjoy all the views, the beautiful views, and also the excellent dishes that we have there.
Speaking of which, it kind of brings us to ceviche. Can you tell us about that?
Oh, yummy for my tummy. Yes. Okay, let me get some piece of fish. So
Save some for me.
we have that wonderful Pacific Ocean in our coast, like you see in the map. So there we have reached to have a fresh fish, a fresh seafood around.
Mm-hmm.
So our culinary people, our chef, they did this dish in basil, lemon, salt, pepper, some chilies there, corn, jam, and lettuce. But it's wonderful, delicious.
You are making me hungry right now.
The spicy things just there.
When it's safe and we're able to share food again, you have to make some, Janet, to share with us.
Is make it with lime, no lemon. It's the lime, the green. Also, I want to mention, talking about food, Peru has the best variety of potatoes.
Ooh.
Okay, you see the color there?
Yeah.
Is the same, and more is the production is in the Andes. More
Really?
than the coast, is Andes produce a lot of potatoes, quinoa too. I forgot about it to put the picture, but quinoa is also from Peru. They produce a lot of quinoa coming to different countries. But potatoes is the awesome. It's wonderful. Different kinds of potatoes that you can make different dishes there.
Yep.
For example,
Yeah.
this dish is made with potatoes. It's baked potatoes
Ooh.
under, but the cream is
Yeah.
made with a special chile that is ají amarillo in Peru. It's called ají amarillo. Cheese blended with onion. So delicious.
Wow.
So delicious.
Can you make that too?
Yes, but I say when Carrie interviewed me, I say I like more eat than cook.
Mm.
Just put it. That's remember.
Okay, that's
I
fair.
recall
That-
that.
That's fair.
Another dish that we make in Peru is with potatoes because it's a variety of potatoes. When we boil the potatoes or bake it, we have to do the lecamasa there, and we have to be careful to use what kind of potatoes we have to use in different dishes.
Why is that?
Because to make the masa, we have to look for, it's called papa amarilla, potato papa.
Okay.
So, in order to make the kind like this.
Now, what's that?
And
in the center?
inside, we can use the tuna with onion, avocado, make just separate, and put it in the middle.
Their version of sushi.
Also, they can use the crab. The crab meat with
I'm not
lemon
kidding.
and onion.
It is.
Put it in the middle.
Potatoes, rice.
Really delicious. It depends which city you go.
Right.
They prepare with
It is like
the
sushi.
meat that they have available in the season.
Yeah.
But it's inside they
It is a must.
That's
Super
good.
fantastic.
Looks good.
Wow,
I'm
look
so
at the
happy now.
countryside.
Yep.
So this is where Janet's.
Oh, and okay. This is one of the trips that I really enjoyed with my parents. Now they are in heaven, but this is the wonderful trip I did with my sister and myself and my parents, and we visit the jungle. We went to Iquitos, Peru. This place is in the middle of nowhere in the jungle. All is green, and you enjoy the weather,
All this nature.
the river, exactly. And the most exciting thing, well, one of the scary things that happened is I found a big spider.
Oh.
Oh, you don't put the one, the snake?
Yeah, it's up there.
Well, this is coast.
Okay.
This is coast, but it's also the desert. You see, it's just desert.
Oh, wow.
In the middle of
Clouds.
desert, in the middle of
Wow.
sand. It's nothing around, just the sand, and it's the water there. It's called the Guacachina. It's in Ica, Peru. It's in the south.
And
South
their
Peru.
animals are salt and, what is it, salt and natural. I can't, yeah. They swim and boat.
Yeah,
The river and
tourists,
ocean.
a lot of tourists go.
really?
It's close, just like the motorcycles, cars that enjoy around the sand, the rides.
Oh, the dune buggies.
Yes,
Oh, wow.
that
Dune
is
buggies.
a beautiful dunes, a big one.
Wow. Okay, I'm so going.
Yeah.
What are we looking at here?
Let's do it. It's North Peru. Is in my dad's city. Is called Guarmey. It's North Peru. The beaches that we went there, beautiful, and the water is so clear, and you can go there because the waves is not big. You just walk and enjoy all the sea, and you can see the fishes there.
sea
There are
turtles.
fish and stuff in there?
Beautiful.
Yeah, sea turtles, they're pretty big.
Yes. This
I'll
is
look on the
coast.
rocks.
Is in North Peru.
Right.
See, they can see also the fishes that's right there.
Oh,
They get it. They get it. And you walk and you can see also the
wow.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Those were pelicans.
that is into the jungle. That is the Amazon River.
Oh, wow.
She's at the Amazon River.
Yes. That's the Amazon River too. I did the tours and
It's Janet.
the little snake over my neck.
The little snake?
You may want to correct your definition of little. Some of us don't agree with that.
Wow, you are brave, very brave.
Yeah, and you know this Bora
Mhm.
is a community over there in the jungle
Mhm.
in Quito, Peru,
Right.
that I admire because they are a community very poor,
Right.
but they do the dance, they do bracelets, they do things to survive.
Mm.
They exchange. For example, if I bring my soda, my water, my cookies,
Mhm.
they exchange for one little bracelet or little things that they
Wow.
enjoy.
Mm.
And we
Right.
give some donations while they dancing there.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, it's important to support
Mhm.
the local community.
So, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, so if you ever want to visit Peru, understand the culture, understand the language, but also remember, this is the place where it's gone through many changes from being a colony of the Spanish Empire, and it has gone through transition of independence. Nowadays, they are the people who are known for the mountains, the sand dunes, the jungles, the Incan people, the historical sites, and delicious food. So if you ever feel like going, please, I highly recommend it. I want to go myself, and trust me, there are things I still don't know about Peru that I want to know about Peru. And she even surprised me about things I didn't even know. And I'm supposed to be the geography teacher. So, Janet, anything you want to say before we conclude today's class?
Just welcome to Peru. You know, visit when everything will be safe, and Peruvians are welcome to everybody to offer a delicious dishes and nicest places to visit.
Right.
And thank you so much for listening to us today.
And thank you for joining me for the first time.
Before you guys
Come
leave,
on back. Thank you.
before you guys leave, we have Kelly Lee
Yes.
watching, saying hello to you guys, and also Marlena.
Oh,
Marlena is
Hi,
watching,
ladies.
saying hi.
Thank you for watching us. Thank you so much.
thank you so much for joining us again.
Te amo,
Back to
Peruvians. I love you, Peru, guys. Love you, Peru.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're good.
Love from
That's
Peru.
the flag that represent also Peru.
Yep.
Good job, you
Peru
guys.
represent.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. Want to go get her stuff right now?
I forgot talking about the llama o vicuña. Yeah, the llama o vicuña. We don't put any pictures. It's okay.
You got it. Okay. Get that flower. Nice.
Without the teeth.
All right. All right, here we are. It's Tuesday, and you know what that means, tried and true. We had Jeremy and Jen, and we definitely are back here Tuesdays. I think are our fabulous days for tuning in, don't you think? Just a bunch of knowledge here at Elwyn. Want to let you guys know there's a handful of stuff going on here at Elwyn, and our staff is going through a COVID training, so they're super busy and getting informed to get you guys back here safely. And we just can't thank you guys enough for being extra patient with us, so that we know how to make sure we're doing everything right for you guys to return. So again, we're making it happen. We're doing it. So hang on. But to walk you guys through our tried and true with me, and have you guys noticed Albert? Albert, are you just chilling, taking a rest? Well, welcome to work, Albert. I don't know if you guys checked in on my goofy Facebook or any of that kind of stuff, but he did get checked in today. Stayed at the 6 feet marks, took his temperature, was a little low, and didn't sign in. I thought I didn't want to wipe the ink off his paws, but he's in. He's good to go. And so I'm the safety monitor today. What I have here today, and I don't know what they're actually calling it. What are they calling it? Gosh, do they have it on anywhere else? I don't know. Okay, but I just want to let you know this is a gift that I got actually from I'm gonna name drop a client here before as a gift, Emily Keller. If you're out there, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And so this is a bag that if you're not feeling well, if your muscles are sore, and I mean your shoulders, your back, right? All us girls, we need it once in a while. Anyone, gentlemen, women, men, all of us. So this is the neatest gift. I was so grateful to receive this. So what this is, not only is this horrifically soft, but in here is a bean bag. Has dual things, you can throw it around. But this particular item, you can actually place in the microwave, zap it for a little bit, maybe a minute or so, just to get it warm. It doesn't have any aroma or anything in it. It might have a bit ago, but not anymore. So it'll get warm. And once it's warm, because this is washable, you want to place it back in because you don't want to put it on your own skin and then share it with anyone else. Again, prior to COVID and anyone else, I'm just saying. So put it back into this wonderful, soft, washable material. You'll also see there's a band here. You could tie it around your waist in case you want to move it around your back, that kind of item. Oh, sorry, Albert. You okay, buddy? My bad. You might need to use the pad. So tie it around your waist. It'll feel good around your back. You can actually just lay on it, on your shoulders as well. And again, the heat feels really good. I don't know why, but heat is, I don't know, it works. Ice, I get it too, but and it has a nice weight to it. So I don't know if we have any other pictures. Are there any other items? I'm just trying to see if we can, if you notice oh yeah, there we go. So the muscle strength, arthritis, cramps for the girls, I'm just saying, back pain, joints, headaches. I didn't even think of that. Maybe just in the back of your neck. I think for me, I prefer things to be a little cooler when I have a headache. But, maybe if it is, a cold day and you might want a little warmth. But honestly, this seems to work for me. Under my calves when I'm done running or swimming, this works for me. And again, that's your lower leg, shoulders, back, lower back, even your stomach. But again, this seemed to really work for me. I also have this one here that works, and I do like that, but it is not a washable item. So when I'm choosing an item, Emily, thank you very much. I would take this one because I can wash it. So that would be my choice, you guys. So find one that has a washable cover. That worked for me. This one was not a washable cover. It had the same beanbag weight in it, but it had a longer, let's use Janet theory of a snake. It was quite long, so you can lay it around your back. So I felt like, if you wanted it across maybe your vertebrae, that would work. But I felt that it didn't give enough space for me. But just around your neck, it worked. But really, this one, if you notice the size, I would say this paper is an 8 by 10, a standard paper. This would too. So it covers the area of your back and your stomach. If I were to be purchasing again, I would say this one. So again, but this one did work. Wasn't as heavy. Again, I did say it was longer. And the heat, I'll be honest, it did last longer. When you placed it in the microwave, you can actually microwave it a bit longer. For some reason, it had those safety fibers that you can microwave it for 2 or 3 minutes. Whatever your heat could tolerate to your skin, it worked. That was the significance to the heat. But again, you wouldn't want to share it. I mean, you want to make sure you buy one for all your family members, I guess, and color code it or get a Sharpie. You're going back to the store. So, I mean, yeah, just definitely relax, pain relief, that kind of stuff. Albert, what do you think? Huh? When your legs hurt after a long walk and you're tired, sometimes you just need to lay down on a beanbag or a blanket. Yeah, and it's the same color as you. It's a nice choice. All right. Well, again, you guys, if you try things out, maybe give us an email, send it to the girls. Let us know what works for you so we can communicate. Send us a video, talk to us, find out what works for you. Tried and true, the neck warmer, the one that you can take out and reuse for washing. What else? What do we got? Oh, Fountain Valley Elwyn is hiring. Oh, God, I hate that. I always wonder if my job's up for gigs. Okay, elwyn.org. Click on the 3 lines in the corner. I'm not sure which corner. I think it's usually the top left. Click on careers in Fountain Valley. We don't want you going anywhere else. We want you coming here. So please follow the instructions. Really do. Come back, and if you have any questions, call us. We're here. 714-557-6313. Ask for any of us. We will be more than happy to help you. You cannot apply verbally or through paper. It has to go through the website. But call us and we'll walk you through it. We'll give you a good recommendation. But yeah, elwyn.org, all the instructions. Thank you, guys. We appreciate it. Albert, what do you say? See you later. Thank you for being here, you guys. Tune in.
Thank you, Carrie and Albert.
Yay!
Yay!
Everyone say bye.